You made it to this moment, the one you've been waiting for quietly. Everything you've gone through has had meaning. Every tear you shed during lonely nights, I saw. Every prayer you whispered in private reached me. Every sigh of pain, every thought of despair, I heard. You thought you were alone, but I was always watching you. I witnessed every struggle you faced, and I remembered your endurance. It may have felt like time was dragging, that nothing would change. But now, I tell you, the time has come. This is the moment when promises begin to show in front of you. It's not by chance that you're hearing these words right now. It's not by chance that your heart and mind are being touched at this very moment. I've arranged this meeting, guided you here, because there's something important, valuable, and eternal I need to give you. Did you think you were forgotten, that blessings were meant for others, and that your time would never come? I'm telling you now, you were never forgotten, and I've never stopped caring for you. Even when things seemed quiet, I was working behind the scenes, moving hearts, removing obstacles, and preparing everything for this moment. What was hidden is now being revealed. What seemed stuck is now in motion. I've cleared the path and made everything align so this day would come just as it should. Don't mistake my silence for not caring. The silence was part of a bigger plan, a time of preparation. I needed to build in you the strength, faith, and growth that would hold up the blessings I had ready for you. Nothing you went through was wasted. Every moment was part of preparing a better future. And now, you can start to see how everything fits together. You're realizing that you were never abandoned, that every part of your story was written with care. This moment is special. Don't take these words lightly, because they carry life and purpose with them. I speak these words with great weight because I understand how much you need to hear them. I know how long you've waited for a sign, for confirmation, for someone to tell you, the time has come. I'm telling you now, the time has come to live the promise. The time has come for you to see the impossible become real right before your eyes. The miracle you've been hoping for is already set in motion. This isn't just a feeling, it's a real display of my power. I keep my word, and everything I say will come to pass. I have already started a chain of events that will change your life. Prepare yourself, because this will not just be a small change, it will be a lasting transformation. I bring life where there was death, abundance where there was lack, and joy where there was sorrow. I step in with provision when there seemed to be no way out. I pour upon you a favor that can't be described. I know you've come so far, feeling weary, wondering when your time would finally arrive. I know the long waits have drained your strength and made you almost lose hope. But I tell you, this is the moment you've been waiting for. This is the start of something unstoppable. What I begin, I finish. What I promise, I deliver. What I declare, stands firm. What once seemed out of reach now comes to you with unstoppable force. Receive it with faith. Because I am already moving heaven to work on your behalf. I have already commanded doors to open, resources to come in, connections to form, and opportunities to appear. What seemed closed will now open before you. What was held back will be released. I declare over your life a new season of abundance and grace. And to complete the testimony, to help you see the greatness of what I am doing, I say to you now, declare, I receive my miracle. By speaking these words, you declare with faith that you accept what I have already given you from heaven. This is not just a saying. It's a spiritual mark, a prophetic act that shows your agreement with my will. Keep these words close to your heart. This is the moment you've been waiting for. This is the appointed time when my hand will reveal itself in your favor. Stop looking back with pain. Stop seeing the waiting as a burden. Lift your eyes now, because the promise has arrived. The miracle is already in motion, and the victory is already yours. There were times when you thought my silence meant I was not present. You believed the prayers you whispered through tears were lost, that the cries from your heart never reached me. There were days when you felt forgotten, nights when the darkness seemed to swallow your hope, and the lack of answers felt heavier than your struggle. But now, I want you to understand. Don't mistake my silence for absence. Don't think that waiting means I don't care. Don't assume that a lack of immediate responses means I'm indifferent. I have been with you the entire time, even when there were no visible signs. The silence was a sacred moment of preparation, where I was setting every detail of your life into place. While you cried, I moved unseen pieces behind the scenes. While you felt ignored, I was working to bring the right people into your life at the perfect time. While it seemed like nothing was changing, I was clearing obstacles from your path, making ways where there was once only darkness. I never left your side for a second. My love never failed, my care never disappeared. The silence was a sign that I was working in deeper ways, where your eyes couldn't see and your hands couldn't touch. You often wondered why things took so long. You wanted quick answers, visible signs, clear results, but I don't operate within the limits of human time. I work in perfect, eternal timing. While it felt like nothing was happening, I was aligning everything for your good. I was moving hearts you didn't even know were being touched. I was closing doors that wouldn't help you and opening paths that no one could block. Every moment of silence was an act of love. I protected you from battles you couldn't handle, and I prepared you for victories that would require your growth. Never see my silence as neglect. Every tear you shed hath been noted. Every prayer you sent up had been heard. Every secret thought you've held close has reached me. I am a God who never overlooks the cries of his children. Even when I don't respond in the way or the time you expect, I never stop working. Silence is part of how I teach, part of my plan to strengthen your faith. The kind of faith that holds on when answers don't come quickly is the faith that becomes unbreakable. And this faith is what will be rewarded now, because I've been watching over you all along. I know there have been many times when you felt lost in the crowd, wondering why others received blessings while you waited for yours. But let me assure you, I have never forgotten you. I have never replaced you with anyone else. What I've prepared for you is one of a kind, exclusive, and irreplaceable. That's why time has felt longer. My promises are not mass-produced. They are carefully designed just for you, for your heart, your story, and your purpose. I've taken great care in perfecting every detail because I never deliver anything less than complete. Now, the silence becomes a voice. Now, the waiting turns into reality. And now, what seems stuck begins to move clearly before your eyes. When you see how everything falls into place, you will understand that the silence was love, the delays were protection, and the unanswered prayers were care. You will see that nothing was lost, nothing was wasted. Each moment served its purpose, so you could arrive here stronger, more prepared, and more aware of who I am and who you are in me. And because I know that many of those you love have also felt forgotten, I speak to your heart today. Share this message with someone who needs to hear that they, too, have not been forgotten. The same love I have for you, I have for those walking beside you. When you share, you become a voice for me, reminding others that silence isn't abandonment, Delays aren't neglect, and waiting isn't rejection. Stand strong. I have never left your side. My silence has always been action happening in places you couldn't see. My timing has always been perfect. And now I declare, you will see that every time you thought you were alone, that was when I was closest, holding you, protecting you, and preparing you. This message that touches your heart is not from people, nor is it born from imagination or empty words. It is I, the Lord, who speaks to you now. Every word you hear carries the power of my Spirit because I have a clear and specific purpose for your life. These words are not for entertainment or distraction, they are a revelation. I send them to restore your mind, to bring peace to your heart, to guide your soul, and to ignite a fresh fire in your spirit. You've searched for answers in many places and trusted in voices of people who could not fill the emptiness within you. But today, I come to you directly, without any mediator, without any walls, because I want you to know that I am the one who cares for you. I want you to realize that the voice you hear now is the same voice that created the heavens and the earth, the same voice that held you in silence, and the same one that now declares that the time for transformation has arrived. What is about to happen in your life will not be ordinary. It will not be something you can explain by human reasoning. It won't happen by chance or from limited effort. It will be supernatural, clear, and glorious. Everyone around you will know it wasn't by luck, human strength, or natural means. It will be a sign that my powerful hand has moved for those who were never forgotten. I am the God who changes lives in an instant. I am the God who turns tears into testimonies, defeats into victories, and barren places into springs of life. As you hear this message, I am already setting things in motion that will soon be visible. I am already commanding chains to break, doors to open, and opportunities to come your way. I am preparing something so magnificent that when you see it, you'll know without a doubt that I made it happen. Pay close attention and don't let anything take away this moment from you. This moment is sacred and meant for you. Many will not understand, many will not grasp the depth of these words, but you, who have waited, who have endured, and who have kept your faith even when nothing seemed to change, will see that this is the answer you've been waiting for. I do not speak carelessly, nor do I send signs in vain. Every word I've shared with you was chosen to reach you right when you needed it most. Now you can feel my presence touching places that were once dormant, healing wounds that silently continued to bleed, and breaking the fears that trapped your thoughts. I am the one who brings clarity where there was confusion, who restores hope where there was discouragement, and who reignites passion where only ashes remain. I breathe new life into you, new courage, new strength, and when my promise is fulfilled, there will be no doubt. It will be clear to everyone that the glory comes from me. It will be impossible to deny that I did it. There will be no room for explanations from people. It will be a living testimony of my power and my faithfulness. You will carry this light. You will witness what heaven has poured into your life. This is the moment when restoration starts to touch every area, not only your spiritual life, but also your finances, your relationships, and your emotions. I do not do things halfway. I finish what I begin. Just as I speak to you now, I am also bringing people, opportunities, and resources to you. I am a God of abundance, not lack. I am a God of miracles, not limitations. Do not let yourself be distracted. Keep this moment in your heart as something precious. I chose every detail to share it with you now. I prepared this revelation to grow your faith and hope. This is a divine moment, a call from heaven. Do not treat what is eternal as common. As you receive these words, I ask you to take a step of faith, subscribe, like, because each word opens more doors of blessing. By doing so, you show that you want to keep receiving direction. You confirm that you understand the importance of this message and seal the truth that is coming from heaven in your heart. I am with you, and I will continue to speak. The work I began today will not stop. The movement I have set in motion cannot be interrupted. Listen and be encouraged, for this is just the beginning of what I will do in your life. I saw every tear you cried when no one else was around. I watched over you every night when sleep seemed impossible and anxiety tried to take hold of your heart. I saw the times when you felt like you didn't have the strength to go on, when you thought everything you had done was pointless. None of those moments were missed. I was there every moment, supporting you even when you believed you couldn't endure any longer. Did you think your efforts were meaningless because they went unrecognized by others? The kindnesses you showed that went unnoticed, the sacrifices that were never acknowledged, the times you chose to stay strong in your faith even when no one understood. I saw every bit of it. I celebrated each act of perseverance, every step you took through the pain, every moment you refused to give up when it felt like everything was falling apart. To me, nothing you did was in vain. I know how often you wondered if it was worth it, if it was worth continuing to believe. I know how hard it is to keep going when the path seems endless. But I want you to understand, every storm you faced was not meant to hurt you. It was preparing you. Every obstacle wasn't sent to break you, but to build your faith and solidify your hope. I turned every tear into a seed, and now you will see the harvest that comes from every struggle you silently endured. You are strong, stronger than you realize. I saw your heart refuse to quit even when everything around you told you to stop. I saw your soul choose to grow in the hardest times. I saw your faith stay alive, no matter how small or tired it was. And because you didn't give up, I want you to know that every part of your journey mattered. Every pain turned into a lesson. Every moment of silence shaped a character that can now hold the promises I have for you. Nothing you went through was wasted. The losses that seemed beyond repair, I am turning them into testimonies. The wounds that seemed too much to bear, I am using them to heal others through your life. The desert that felt endless was really a place where I built your strength and trust. Now, you carry within you marks that are not signs of defeat, but of victory. These marks show that you went through the fire and came out stronger, more aware of who I am and who you are in me. You might look at others and think you've fallen behind, but know this: you are exactly where you need to be. But I want you to understand, the time you think you've lost was actually time of preparation. I was getting you ready to carry something greater, something that others couldn't handle. That's why the journey seemed to take longer, why the waiting felt so painful, because I was building within you a strength that doesn't bend with the wind, deep roots that don't break in storms. I know this: it wasn't just struggles, it was progress. Every pain lifted you higher. Every test brought you closer to my heart. Every night of tears led to a morning of hope. I didn't let you be destroyed. I didn't let your story end in despair. I protected you because I knew the process would create something eternal and glorious within you. Now you can look back and see that you've made it through everything you once thought you couldn't bear. You are still standing. And not only that, you are stronger. You've been shaped, refined, and prepared. What you thought was the end was actually the beginning of a new version of yourself, and this version is ready to receive all that I have already set aside for you. So stop regretting what you've gone through. Stop blaming yourself for what you lost, and stop carrying the weight of failure. I turned every detail into a victory. I made every apparent defeat part of my perfect plan. You are proof that nothing can erase what I have already decided. The process was hard, but now you will see that it was also precious. What lies ahead is the fruit of this journey, which was filled with tears but also with faith. You will see how everything that felt like a burden will become wings. You will see how everything that seemed like a loss will turn into a harvest. I, the Lord, say to you, you did not fight in vain. You did not suffer in vain. You did not wait in vain. All of it was preparation for the miracle that's coming and for the glory that will be revealed in your life. I love you with an eternal love. This love is not based on what you do, and it doesn't depend on your successes or failures. This love comes from who you are because you carry my image. You are my creation, made with purpose and intention from the very start. Before you took your first breath, I already knew the days that were to come. Before anyone on earth spoke your name, it was already written in my heart. I have seen every part of your life. Not one moment has slipped by unnoticed. I have seen every step you've taken, every breath you've sighed, every tear you've shed in silence. I know how many hairs are on your head. I know the thoughts you've kept inside, the ones you've never dared to say. I understand the feelings you've hidden, even from yourself. I know your deepest fears, your most secret dreams, and even the prayers you thought were too small to be heard. Nothing has escaped my gaze. I don't define you by your actions or achievements, but by my love for you. The world may judge you based on results, comparing you to others, but I look at your heart. I know who you really are, beyond the image the world forces upon you. I know the potential I've placed within you, even when you don't see it yourself. I know the strength in your soul, even when you feel weak. I see the beauty of who you are, even when all you notice are the marks left by pain. I don't define you by your failures, but by your courage to stand up again. I don't define you by your mistakes, but by your persistence in moving forward. I don't define you by your scars, but by the healing that has taken place in your life. To me, you are not a mistake, not an accident, and not someone lost in the crowd. To me, you are my beloved child, an heir to promises that last forever, and the bearer of a purpose no one else can fulfill. Open your heart to me. Don't shut the doors that hold onto old wounds. Let me come in like a gentle breeze to cleanse the stains left by the past, to restore what has been broken by life's burdens. I don't come to judge you, but to offer you grace. I don't come to break you, but to lift you up. I don't come to condemn, but to heal. Let my presence fill the emptiness, light up the dark places, and bring back the peace that the world tried to take from you. I will not give up on you. Even when you felt defeated, I still believed in you. Even when you turned away, I kept calling your name. Even when you couldn't hear my voice, I was speaking in the silence, waiting for the perfect moment to show you how deep my love for you truly is. And now, I say to you, this is the moment for you to experience, in a real and powerful way, just how much I love you. So, I ask you to accept this truth. Accept the identity I have given you. Don't listen to the lies that have tried to convince you that you are worthless, that you have no future, or that you are not enough. I created you with purpose, I formed you with care, and I have loved you from the very start, and I will continue to love you forever. Nothing can separate you from my love. And if this message touches your heart today, take a step of faith. Write 7,777 if you believe these words are meant for you, and you are ready to receive the promise I have for you. This number will serve as a prophetic seal for you, a visible sign of what is already taking place in the unseen. It is your way of saying, I receive, I accept, and I take hold of the love and promises that come from me. You are no longer defined by your past pain, your mistakes, or by the voices that tried to steal your hope. You are defined by my love, my grace, and my faithfulness. Therefore, I declare that nothing can take away what I have already written for you, because what I have written is forever, what I have planned is perfect, and what I have promised will come to pass. I am the God who remembers every seed sown in faith. Every prayer spoken with tears has been like a seed planted in fertile soil. Every act of obedience, even when no one saw it, has been recorded in my book. Every silent act of generosity, every decision to stay strong when it seemed pointless, I have remembered. I do not overlook the sacrifices of those who walk by faith. I do not ignore those who, even when tired, continue to trust in my word. Now I declare that your harvest is coming, and it will be abundant. I will multiply what has been sown, make what seemed buried rise again, and turn what appeared lost into something full. You will see fruit grow in ways you didn't expect, because nothing you've done in faith will be wasted. Every tear you shed has watered the promise. Every long wait has deepened the roots of your future. Every yes you've given to my call has set in motion what will soon be seen. This harvest won't just be material. I will also provide resources, open doors, and bring opportunities that will change your life. And it will be a spiritual harvest as well, because I do not work in limited ways. I will bring peace where there was anxiety, joy where there was sadness, and hope where there was despair. The emptiness will be filled, and the dry places in your life will bloom with new life. What once seemed lifeless will rise again. What seemed barren will bear fruit. What you thought was impossible will soon be seen. You thought I was planting in the darkness with no sign of progress. But I, the Lord, have been nurturing those seeds in secret all this time. Just as a plant grows beneath the earth before it appears above ground, your harvest has been growing in the hidden places. Now is the moment when everything that was concealed begins to be revealed. The seeds are starting to sprout. The shoots are rising, and the fruits are coming into view. What you sowed in tears will now be gathered in joy. I promise you, what was pain will turn into a testimony. What was a process will become a platform. What was darkness will turn to light. Do not mourn over what was lost, for I specialize in restoring what seemed destroyed and even giving you more than you lost. I am the God who makes the desert bloom, who brings water from the rock, who multiplies the little and turns it into more than enough. What you will see is not just the result of human effort. It will be a clear display of my faithfulness. This harvest is a response to your time of holding on to my hand. Even when you were exhausted, you chose to stay. Even when you were unsure, you chose to trust. Even when there was no sign, you believed I was at work. This kind of faith will not go unnoticed. This strong heart will not go unrewarded. What you have sown will return to you, multiplied, because I am faithful to fulfill every promise I have made. And my faithfulness does not stop with you, it extends to those around you. I invite you to share this message with someone else who is waiting for their own harvest. Be a messenger of hope, reminding others that the harvest is for those who have remained strong. When you share, you are planting seeds of hope that will also grow in the hearts of those who need to believe again. You will see restoration in places you thought were lost. You will witness renewed relationships, effortless opportunities, and answers that come without needing to force them. You will experience a joy that is beyond words because it comes straight from my presence. Nothing you've gone through has been in vain. Every moment, every season has had a purpose. Now, I am taking the broken pieces of your story and shaping them into something beautiful. I am the God of multiplication, and what's coming for you won't make sense according to human reasoning. It will be measured by my abundance, by my endless grace. What you're about to receive is just the start, because this harvest will keep growing. It will continue and last forever. Just as I've said, it will happen. You will receive double, triple, and more than enough. I, the Lord, declare that this is your moment. It's no accident, no coincidence, and it's not the result of good luck. This is the moment marked on the eternal calendar, written before you were even born. The time has come when doors will open before you without you having to push them. Doors that were once locked, blocked, and held by invisible forces will now open at the sound of my voice. Doors that the enemy thought were sealed will open with my authority because I've decided to move on your behalf. I control the times and seasons, and this is your appointed time.